Adventure on Fishman Island. Let's go and be on the island with the fish. I think I'll go as Zoro, maybe. Yeah, why not? You've been watching the boys?
I have been watching the boys. I went back to the start and I thingamabobber. I started it again.
Did you catch up?
I think did one come out today?
Yes.
Then I'm on last week's one.
Oh no! So you managed to watch all the way up?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you find series to series?
Less happens in the first two series than I recalled. I felt like more happened, but series 3 was always my favourite, and still was. All the stuff with Soldier Boy, I don't know how to put it. It just felt important. It felt kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It felt like Marvel movies, sort of. Yeah, like important. Like Soldier Boy, I was kind of like, oh, like stuff's getting real now for some reason.
Yeah.
And I liked. I think he's a good actor. I can never think what else he was in. What was he in? Soldier Boy.
He was in Supernatural.
That's it, of course, yes.
He's currently voicing Batman in Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Is he? I could hear that. I mean,
he's all right. He's nothing special, but
yeah, he'd be I think he'd be fine.
I think
he sounds like a superhero.
Yeah, he's excellent. I think as Soldier Boy.
Yeah,
I think he in many ways stole that series for me, being Soldier Boy. He's just basically a dick Captain America.
Yeah, exactly.
And after having, the 3 Captain America movies, Avengers and whatever else, it was just a nice, refreshing, like, alternate take.
He, I forgot as well, because I thought at the end of series 3, I thought Maeve and Soldier Boy were both dead, but they're not.
No.
Neither of them are dead.
No, exactly that.
So I was glad that for another reason, because I was like kind of glad that
Maeve's injured, isn't she? So it's kind of been written out.
Yeah, because when Soldier Boy hits you with that blast, it seems to take your powers away. But was it permanent on Kimiko? Because she ended up needing to use V to get them back. Yeah, she uses Compound V to get them back. But the Deep was at Herogasm, but I don't know if he was actually caught in the blast because he still has his powers. But yeah, maybe he wasn't actually caught in the blast, so that's why he still got them. So yeah, that's at the moment. Maeve has no powers, but it could always be the thing of it's temporary. Maybe they come back. I don't know how it works. And yeah, I just assumed like it was some mega explosion and it killed him. But the more I think about it, I'm like, well, none of the other ones really hurt him. So why would this one have hurt him? I guess I just thought it was stronger or something. So yeah, he's back on ice. So I'm like, he could come back. There could be something going on there, potentially. And I forgot about Noir as well.
Yeah, Noir. I love the rewrites because you've read all the graphic novels, haven't you?
No, I've not read all of them.
You've not read the.
I forget what point I'm at, but I'm quite deep in. But I've not read all of them.
I think the 4th book, because I've got like the 6 big books. The 4th book I think is quite boring when Huey goes back to Scotland.
Alright, I don't think I hit that point. I must have been the 3rd one I read.
Huey goes back to Scotland for like nearly that entire book.
Yeah.
So basically, fuck all happens.
Yeah.
But then the 5th and 6th books are excellent.
Yeah, I mean, even at the start, it's the same bones, it's the same DNA, like the story, but they're kind of both their own. I straight away kind of saw them both as their own thing, like it's going its own way. The show.
It is now, aye.
Which I'm fine with, personally.
Yeah.
Maybe some people don't like it, but yeah, Homelander wasn't even in it very much in the first couple of books that I read. And what's their stand-in for the X-Men?
The G-Men.
Is it G-Men?
The G-Men. Because they've really made no appearance at all.
Yeah, I think there was maybe like a mention of them. They must have just not wanted to kind of go down that avenue.
It's a whole 10 new characters. They haven't really done many of the super crews, you know, because I'm trying to mind all the different names.
Yeah, they only really bring up ones that are relevant to the 7, like it wasn't A-Train in Teenage Kicks, and then Starlight was in something or other.
The Bible Bashers or whatever.
Yeah, and then what was Noir in with Soldier Boy? It was like...
Exactly. I can't remember. The Howling Commandos or whatever.
No, it wasn't that. That's a weird cool name.
I know it's
Who are the Howling Commandos? Is that not...
That's Nick Fury.
Yeah, Nick Fury, yeah.
But then there's the Midnight Suns and... I'm sure is there not a werewolf in the Howling Commandos, or if it's
maybe. I don't know.
And then he joins the Midnight Suns.
Yeah. So like they've mentioned them in passing, so which is kind of cool. It's just sort of world building, just lets you know there's other groups out there. But like the 7 are...
the 7 are the main...
They're the Beatles. They're like
exactly.
the one everybody knows.
They make all the money. Although I love it when they go, is it in the book, the sort of little sort of kid force or whatever, and then that weird guy, like the chemical guy, kind of joins them, and he's just such a dick, and he pretty much nearly kills Huey.
No, I don't know.
Do you not recall any of that? Aye. But I kind of wish stuff like that would happen, where a more significant group would be part of the story.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm not... Yeah, again, the 7 are so good in it. Like, they add a lot of stuff about Homelander. Like his wee assistant lady, I'm pretty sure is not in the books, who breastfeeds him and that.
She's like the vice president or whatever.
She's actually serious. And Mallory is a dude, and the director of the CIA gets fucked by Butcher all the time.
Yeah, so is that like the... Oh, I thought that was Mallory. But
that's not Mallory, no.
She's
I can't remember her name, but she's the director of the CIA.
Yeah.
And he basically just fucks her any chance he gets.
Maybe they've switched it round with who was the sort of deputy CIA head who gets her head exploded. Maybe they've sort of like
they've
muddled things around.
They have muddled. They've cast changed and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine. I actually have no issue. Most of the swaps are pretty innocuous.
I think they've went and opened that door now, the one you were just at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But in terms of this season, it was a slow starter and it was getting a lot of pelters for it, which I thought was really harsh because it was like...
It didn't feel that slow to me. Did people think it was
the first 3 episodes?
Did they say that?
Yeah.
I didn't really feel that way, but cool.
And it was just kind of trying to set it up, I feel, a wee bit, because you're trying to... They've still got an open spot on the 7, which I wish they'd fill with anybody.
Yeah, I mean, they're called the 7. There has to be 7 of them. Yeah. And I would say the majority of the series, there's at least one empty spot. Yeah, because Translucent is gone like straight away.
But there's meant to be like meant to be a Martian in the book. There's like he's like the Martian Manhunter.
Oh right.
And he becomes invincible when he says a magic word or whatever.
Right.
I'm like, he'd be great bringing
Martian
up your
Shazam.
Yeah, just bring him in. Just to pad it out so you've got like more bodies. Like I love the fact they've replaced Black Noir with this pure method actor who keeps like giving feedback. Like you know, I don't know Noir's direction. Why is he a black ninja? It makes like fuck off. Like I love his pure questioning the character. I just feel that's very meta, but it's really good. And I'm like, just stick one more body in there. You've already put like the 2 ladies in, and I'm cool with that. I mean the lady,
Firecracker and Sage.
Yeah, Firecracker and Sage are I'm pretty sure not in the books. But I like them.
Firecracker feels like just a bit of a mouthpiece. I'm not in a bad way, right? But she feels like a bit of a mouthpiece for the writers' political views. Not their political views. The political views they don't like.
Potentially.
They're trying to make fun of. I like that. I think it was the most recent episode where it's like announcing wave 7 through 14 of the Vought cinematic universe.
Yeah, that was quality.
And you're like, I mean, it kind of is getting that way. What was it Jewish lasers from space or trying to like brainwash her or something like that?
Exactly. Conspiracy theories just to...
Aye. Firecrackers like reporting on that.
The worrying thing is there'll be some people who do believe it. It's just probably it's the world we live in, unfortunately. But even Sage, I think Sage is very interesting.
It's a good character when you have like the. Because I can't tell who she's for. I mean, besides herself, obviously, but like I can't quite tell kind of which side she's on. But I like that. I think that's good.
It helps give, because this Homelander's a little bit. Well, no, I suppose both the comic Homelander and the actual TV show Homelander, they're both kind of. They sort of fail at instigating change.
Yeah.
Despite having all the superpower, they do still fail at kind of just taking over.
Yeah, and it's the whole thing about like he wants approval, so he could just kill everybody, but he doesn't really want to do that. He wants everybody to like him, but he can't quite do it. So that's why he needs people like Sage and whoever else.
The whole building internment camps. That was kind of messed up.
Oh, when did that happen? Is that in the book or is that in the...
Well, it's part of the book, yeah, but it's possibly just coming up in the episode you're watching just now.
Right, okay.
So
no, I don't think he was on about... someone said something about he's building an army of suits or something like that.
Oh yeah,
I haven't actually seen...
They only have so many suits out there.
Yeah, but like now they've got Compound V and stuff like that, they can inject more. Isn't that why... So like, I'm at the bit... The last episode was when they were at that farm.
Oh yeah.
The souped up like chickens and stuff.
Aye.
So presumably that's why they're testing it, so they can just turn anybody they want into a soup. Anybody who'll side with them. So that's pretty interesting. The exact bit I stopped watching that because I had stuff to do. Huey is dressed up like Web Weaver or whatever the fake Spider-Man is called, and he's in Tech Knight's weird Gimp dungeon. And he's just talking to his butler, and then I just paused it at that point. So that's exactly where I am.
Fucking Web Weaver. Wait till you get to the end of that episode. There's a moment that is so good.
Is that when it all kind of starts kicking off?
Aye. Well,
that's good. This one after that, actually. I thought that was the most recent one.
Okay, I don't want to ruin it, but it is just a very little detail, right? And I won't tell you what it is, but what do you think Web Weaver's safe word is?
Oh, Excelsior or something like that.
No, there's a few like quite. See when the moment gets delivered. I promise you, it will be immense.
Well, isn't Excelsior the word Stan Lee used to always use?
Well, yeah. Aye.
I thought it'd be something like that. There was a wee Easter egg that I didn't notice the first time round, but you know Frenchie in the comic, doesn't he always wear goggles like sort of on his head?
Yeah.
Yeah. So after he's been brewing up the mad nerve toxin to take down Soldier Boy in the Vought labs, when he comes through like to the fighting in the sort of TV room, you know, where they film the news, when he comes through there he's got the goggles like on his forehead. It's just a tiny little detail. I was like, oh, that's like what he wears in the
I'm sure he wears goggles in one of the episodes like in this series.
Yeah, he probably will do at some point, but I just... He might have done it before that in the show as well, but I clocked on and I was like, oh yeah, that's what he does in the book as well.
God, they're just like Usopp's goggles.
Yeah, they're exactly like those.
Special greens.
Why is Frenchie gay all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Well, there was sort of... I think he was always bi, but...
I mean, he was always a little gay, but I thought maybe 30%.
Just some of the stuff he said to like a guy, I think it was along the lines of like,
why does Dobby think I'm 58% gay? I can't remember what
percent. I think it was 70%.
70%.
That's 70% sure. Well, I just thought it was weird because I thought watching it back I would see, is it Colin or Connor or something? The guys.
I think it's Colin.
We'll call him. Colin sounds gayer, so we'll call him Colin, right? So I thought we'd see that guy earlier on in the series, but as far as I could like see watching it again, nope. Because he's on about like feeling pure guilty for killing the guy's family. I was like,
Was it a callback? Exactly.
Yeah, was that a callback? And they're like, no, it's
No.
just you just ran into this guy like, oh, I totally killed your family and I fancy you.
The series feel very standalone, which is annoying because the last season was absolute quality, and I thought there was enough opportunity to set up the next two seasons in the last season. The fact that it doesn't, and I get you want to concentrate on writing the good series now without diluting it too much, you know, making the Marvel mistake. But there was it feels like this season is very fresh compared to last season. It does feel like there's a lot of stuff needing added. I like to say I'm cool with that. I like I like Sage. You've seen the bit where Sage lobotomizes herself.
Yeah, to be dumber.
Yeah, because it just grows back and fucks the deep.
Aye.
It's just, like I say, it's just a good
I
character. I really
would like
Sage.
to see the Deep get a wee bit more dangerous, almost. Like a wee bit more serious, you know, like Homeland. Well, he sent him to kill like a politician or something like that. Was it the guy? I think that was at the end of the last series. He sent him to kill like the guy that was going to be like vice president. Yes, it was, because that was how the head exploder lady then became VP. It's because they killed the guy whose job she took his job.
Aye.
Because the Deep went and killed him. Yeah, I think because I'm kind of starting to go like, why does Homelander even keep this guy around at this point?
Yeah.
Other than, I mean, he'll do whatever he says, but everybody's doing whatever he says now.
It's a bit, yeah.
So I would like to see him kind of
Deliver some good. Well, he
start
delivers
to get a
he,
wee bit.
He beats up those guys with baseball bats, does he not? At the start.
Oh yeah, right now,
Where-
him and A-Train and
him and Noir.
Fake Noir, I believe,
exactly.
yeah.
Fake Noir. Fake Noir.
I'm sure you know.
Noir doesn't fucking talk.
You know the little X-ray thing it has on Amazon Prime, where it gives you little info. I'm sure like his official title is just Black Noir 2.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, him. I'd like to see the Deep be a wee bit less
Less of the
a
butt
wee
of
bit less
every
goofy.
joke.
Yeah.
He is absolutely just the butt of every joke.
Which I'm fine with. I'm fine with that. But at the same time, I'm like, it's getting at the point where I'm like, Homelander, just why would he keep him around anymore? Like, just kill him or have him, have him do some more dirty work, because he's sort of just floating about.
Aye,
Kinda
and,
not
and that's
really.
what I'm saying is, it's that balance, isn't it? I feel like there's not much more for, the Deep.
Yeah, he's not really got much more to do at this point, so you need to give him
Yeah.
something to do.
Exactly. Aye. Everyone needs an activity.
I get that he's one of the comic relief characters, but like give him more of a point.
Well, do you know who voices his squid girlfriend?
I recognise the voice, but I don't know who it is.
It's the lady who plays. You know, have you seen Doctor Strange?
I don't think it is.
She played the White Queen in oh my god, what the hell's her name? How's her name slipped through my head? She's a really famous actress. I'm gonna check now.
I did feel like I recognised the voice.
Tilda Swinton, I want to say.
Yes, I think it is Tilda Swinton.
Tilda.
What's her name? Is it not like? No, it's not Patricia.
It's Tilda Swinton.
Aye, what's the squid's name?
I don't know. I can check.
I just put like the boys.
Tilda Swinton, the boys.
Squid. It's. I don't think it's Patricia, but it's something like.
Ambrosia.
Ambrosia. yeah, something quite sort of regal. What's the Deep been in as well? Because I feel like I recognise him as well.
I don't recognise him, friend.
I think I recognise, but I think he's maybe I don't. I think he's just got that kind of slightly Stifler-ish look to him.
I'd definitely like to know his arm routine, because I think he.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well,
it's because it's like his suit's cool funny because you can see his like skinny legs. Like you see in the wide shots, you can see. I'm not criticising them or whatever, but I'm just saying like they
skips leg day all the time.
I'm just saying it because it's like a sort of like tight suit. You can see like it's sort of a little bit baggy around the legs, but then his arms are out and they're like huge, and like because of his gills, like he never takes the top off or anything. Homelander suits the best because like
his fake abs.
Yeah, the muscles on it, but it's one of those ones where like if you only saw him like on TV and stuff like that, it would. Like in real life, if someone were wearing that and you only kind of saw them here and there on TV, you'd probably get away with it.
Yeah.
But like, because we get to see it like a lot more and the way it kind of moves when he bends his arm and stuff like that, after a while you kind of clock on like, wait a minute, those are fake muscles in that suit. And it's sort of people argue over like Superman what sort of physique he should have, because some people say like, why would he be in the gym doing crunches? Like, why would he have abs and stuff like that? He's already super strong, he doesn't need to do that. But some people argue, like, oh, well, part of him being super strong, he'd probably just look like that.
Well, yeah, he'd be in
without,
shape,
without needing to. So, I mean, I see both arguments, but Homelander, again, because it's like a sort of deconstruction, I kind of like the fact that he's just a sort of normal built dude, but, like, Vought would have him in a suit that makes him look like he's got this pure crazy physique and everything else. But he got like lifts in his shoes and everything and make him look more intimidating and stuff.
It feels. I think maybe it's because Maeve's missing. Well, assuming she doesn't come back at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on episode, I think it's 4 now, so like I've not enjoyed it or anything like that, but it is a wee bit sort of like I'm kind of waiting for it to get to the next kind of big step.
Well, the penny drops at the end of the episode you're on.
Right. See, that's kind of what I was thinking. As I was thinking, like, this has been fine, but I'm sort of waiting for that next like progression.
I love Web Weaver. I love Web Weaver so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so gross because people have made jokes about that, like, because he's like his web spinneret or whatever is like just above his butt, because that is where a spider's pretty much is.
Yeah. Like, why would you have wrist web shooters? And it's like,
well, because they're web shooters, like it makes
God.
less. It gets weirder the more you think about it when he does in the Sam Raimi movies, when he does produce it naturally. Yeah. That's why they talk about it in No Way Home. They're asking like, so wait, what you produce the webs naturally? He's like, what, you guys don't? Yeah. Spidey's the best. Anyway, no, I even like his suit because it's like.
Did you watch Gen V?
No, and that's the other thing is it was like previously, and it was bits that I was like, no, I've never seen that. That must be from Gen V.
Those bits are from Gen V, yeah.
I could put 2 and 2 together, but I do feel a bit kind of
shortchanged maybe. Gen V's good.
Well, but I hear good things.
It's worth a watch, Gen V, definitely, especially because it's really, I think, fuck all else on just now. But it probably does feel a bit, I don't know, rando to you. To be
they sort of just went, oh, such and such has been infected with this like soup.
Well, the guys, one of the actors has died as well, so
oh, that's a shame.
He's not going to come back.
Oh.
And I wonder if he had a more significant part to play.
Yeah.
And they've kind of had to go back on it a wee bit because the 2 guys who are from Gen V, one of them, she's got the power to touch you and she'll make you do anything she wants. So she was more or less just like date raping people.
Would that affect Homelander? Is the other question?
No, not a lot affects Homelander. That's kind of his. Where he's slightly different to the boys like graphic novel.
Yeah.
Is he's not invulnerable Homelander. He's just the toughest of the bunch. Whereas in this, he's like immune to like nukes and fire and shit.
Well, in the TV show, I still think it's kind of undefined what he can and can't take, because they seem pretty convinced that Soldier Boy's mad explosion would kill him.
Yes,
but we never actually saw it hit him, so we don't actually know. And like when he's fighting with Maeve, like Maeve's super strong. They kind of make it clear he's stronger, but she's still super strong to the point where when she's punching him and stuff, it hurts him. Yeah. So it's a bit so that's why I'm curious about is it Veronica, head exploding lady?
Yeah, could she like explode his head?
Is she able to explode his head or not? Because like I can see why she wouldn't.
I think
like
she
politically
could
and stuff
start
like that.
Trying to, because it's like blood. They explain in Gen V that this other girl has her same power. It's like blood manipulation,
Oh, is that what it actually is that makes you do that?
Effectively, her power isn't head explodiness, it's blood manipulation.
And so she builds up the pressure or something like that?
She can control the blood anywhere, so she can make your arm explode, your dick explode.
Yeah.
In fact, that's what happens in Gen V. The girl kills her parents because she can't control her powers when she first gets them, and then in a sort of later on scene, she makes some dude's dick explode.
Oh, cool.
You know. So Veronica could do that as well, but she just goes for the head exploding because it's.
Well, yeah, because why would you do it?
Yeah, exactly.
Game over. Yeah, so I'm assuming she couldn't do that to Homelander. But they haven't. I don't.
It would probably start hurting him, and he would get a nosebleed and stuff. But
he'd clock on and zap her.
Yeah, exactly. He'd just be like that.
Like she knows she couldn't kind of beat him to the punch type of thing.
Aye. By the time she started doing it, maybe if he was fully restrained and she had a bit of time to do it.
Yeah, maybe. Because even the Butcher even says to the guy that's the doctor that's developing the virus, even says it has to be strong enough to kill Homelander. So even that kind of implies that it'll affect Suits, but even he might have a bit more of a resistance. Like it could still kill him, but it would need to be the strongest kind of strain or version or what have you. Because they don't have things like kryptonite. He doesn't have a weakness.
Yeah.
I mean, would a nuke kill him? I don't know.
In the graphic novel, I'm sure it would, but. Again, do you really want to nuke a city to try and find out?
Yeah, you don't want to find
out. I don't think it's as distracting like some of the plastic surgery as they made out as well before the series came out.
Who got plastic surgery?
Starlight. Starlight in a photo has had her cheeks and her lips done, and they're
her
all
top lip always looked a bit weird to me.
Yeah,
it always looked a bit. What do you call it? Collagen-y?
Puffiny,
yeah.
But they showed a before and after picture, and you're like that. It's pretty noticeable based on those two photos, but when she's actually there in front of you, you're like, I actually couldn't really notice that. I think that's harsh. The one who I actually think looks really different is Mother's Milk,
Yeah, what's he had done?
I don't know. I think he's had lipo, basically.
Yeah, he's
got a scar under his left side of his face.
I think it's maybe he did look a wee bit skinnier to me, but he trims his goatee. He's almost clean shaven, and he's got quite a skinny face, so it makes him look a lot skinnier again. And I was a wee bit like, why is he clean shaven then?
I
don't mind, but I was like, okay, cool. Why is he clean shaven then?
I'm hoping the second half picks up a bit. What do you think of Neegan being in it?
And
I'm going to call him Neegan because I genuinely can't remember what his name is in The Boys.
See, he's always going to be
the comedian
to me.
Fair enough.
But I like the guy. I like the actor. He could be Butcher's dad. I get a real I feel as if they kind of look a bit alike, him and Carl Urban. I mean, he's been interesting so far. He does just seem a lot like Butcher. Seems like someone Butcher would work with. Because he's like a CIA guy, is he not? But a higher up. Do we get much of a backstory on him?
He's definitely something. You'll find out what he is this episode. Like I said, if you just watch another 15 minutes.
Oh, sorry. I have all these plot points.
Yeah, there's all these little things that I could just sort of clarify. But it's just I find him a bit distracting. That's the problem, because he does play Neegan in The Walking Dead. And I'd agree, I still have a soft spot for the comedian as well.
Yeah, well, I know Neegan's a real important character, or a popular one at least. I haven't hit that point in Walking Dead.
Have you not hit the point in Walking Dead where Neegan appears? Jesus.
No. Is he even in the comics? Surely he must
I don't know, I never read the graphic novels of The Walking Dead.
The comics, They're really good, and then they get to a point where they're not bad at all, but they're sort of treading water for a while. I think that's kind of the point I'm at. But like people, there's like letters at the back of the books, and even people are kind of like, you're kind of treading water, and they're like, okay, we're moving on.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, like
they're still in the jail, I think.
Are they?
At the point I'm reading, they stay in the jail for ages. Which
well, the
at the same time,
jail's a good location. It's
at the same
interesting.
time, it makes it more meaningful when they leave. But yeah, they did seem to be there for a while. Anyway, what was I going to say there? So I've not seen Neegan yet, but Neegan's in Tekken 7 as a guest character.
Is it?
Yeah, he was the final. I think he was the final like announced character. And people were like, "Wait, what?" That game had some of the most bizarre guest characters ever. Really, when you look back at it, they had Noctis from Final Fantasy 15.
Oh, I figured out the whole deal with Luffy. He doesn't have fire powers. He just second gear. Generates fire for some reason. But someone else gets the fire fruit. His other brother, who he totally forgets about. But he's technically an adopted brother, so that's kind of fine. Skadoosh.
I love how in Japanese there's just they're speaking Japanese and it's just like party member. That's from My Hero. I think it's when they're doing the chariot race thing and the tournament arc, the games festival or sports day or whatever it's called. Yeah,
it's sports day. The sports festival.
Yeah, they're doing sports day, and because we were watching it in Japanese, and I's like, Masahiro Akira Toriyama party member, because they must not have like a word for it, and it just sounded so awkward. So we would always just go like party member all the time.